Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about combining different data sets using merge statement. In my previous video, I talked about merging data set or combining data sets using set statements, which combine two or more data, one at the end of the another. So, and in the merge statement, this combining of the data sets is actually happened side by side. So major difference between set statements and merge statements is that in merge statements, the combinations of this data happen side by side, and there must be some common variables. So for example, if you have common variables here, students in first data set and student in second data set, although other variables may or may not be common. So when we start merging data sets side by side, we must sort our data by some common variables, and that sorted data is actually merged side by side. So you can see that the maths variables is added, and after that physics variables is added, and common variables actually you know kept as only one variables. It's not adding twice here. So that is the major difference, and I will go through the details first by my presentation mode, and after that I will go to the real programming and explain you in very details. So now coming back to real programming, that how you can do the data combinations using the merge statements. So earlier, as I explained you in my presentation mode, that how it works and what are the meanings of different merging. So for example, here I have two different data set, data 1 and data 2, and I wanted to merge using the common variable. So let me show you my data first, that how these data look like. So the data 1 has again three values and two variables, and again data 2 has three values and two variables, and one variable is common in both, ID, and I wanted to merge side by side, so that first data, and I wanted my age just side of this table. So for that, you have to remember before merging, using the merge statements, your data must be sorted, and if it will not be sorted, it will not work and it will show you error. So for example, if you see ID is not ordered in a correct way here, so if you see so ID 1, then 3, then 2, it's not in a correct order, and if it will happen merging at the same order, it will be an error actually, and it will not give you the right result. So that's why sorting is very important. So you have to sort it by common variables by which you are doing merging. So this is the common variables, and I'm using this ID as a common variable, and we call this as a bivariable also in programming. So we first sorted this data using ID. The data 1 is sorted, and we need to sort the second data as well. This is a small data, that's why it's this doesn't look very complicated, but when you have so many records, then you need to do this sorting, and you will look the real difference. So and after that, you have to write the merge state data must merge program. So for that, you have to create this data. So I'm creating merge data in work library, and the merge statement, you have to write the name of the data set that you wanted to merge. So I just wrote here data 1 and data 2, and you have to write the y variables by statement. So I'm merging using the ID. So this is very important, and when you run this program, I'm going to run all this program together, so we'll see the difference, that how the data is merged. So you can see this is the real data, data 1, and this is the data 2, and you can see this is not ordered correctly, and this is ordered correctly. So they go for sorting, and after sorting, this data is merged now. So you can see that name, ID is there, name is ordered correctly, and then after that age is actually added in the merged data. So this is side by side merging, and this is very important in SAS programming. So there are different ways of doing side by side merge. So I will give you more example to you know, for better understanding. So this, the first example is one to one merge. So one to one merge, like as I told you with my previous uh, talk and on previous slides, that how the one-to-one merge look like. So whatever the common variables you are using has the same number of values in the second data set. So for example, if your bivariables or common variables has only one value in data set 1, it must be only one value in second data set. And if you have another value, is also only once in the second data set, and whatever the values present in any data set has the only one values should be present on the second data set. So this is called one-to-one merge. So for example, this is the data set I just wanted to show you. So this is math data and this is physics data. So as I told you, you need to sort this one. If it is not sorted, you will not able to merge it. So let me run this program and I will show you how the data looks like. So when I will run this program, you will see this is the two data. This is common variables, ID is common, but math score and physics score is actually, we need to merge this one on side by side. So for that, I sorted my data, and after that, you have to write the program. So this is the program you have to write it. So I'm generating math physics combined data, and for merging you have to provide the name of the data set here. So I'm using both maths data and physics data, and I have to write the by statement. So because my by variables is ID, so that's what I am writing. And when I will run this all program together, you will see that how the merging is actually happened. So let's run this program and you will see. So you can see now this is the data math and this is the data physics and this is the merged data. So you can see, so maths score is here. So these ID is present in both of the data sets. So that's why both records are actually added here, and this all threes are present in both the data set. But you can see the ID 1004 is present only in for data set 1, that is maths data. That's why only math score is coming and the second one is missing. And for example, ID S 1007 is present only in physics data and is not present in the maths data, and that's why it's coming values is coming only on physics from the second data, and the data that is from the maths score is missing because it's not there. So this is how one-to-one merge works, and this is basically full join. We can say like the merging of the whole data set, but there are different ways that you can sort out your data, whatever is your need and based on your requirement. So for that you need in statements here. So you have to give reference here. So for in statement, if I am writing here in is equal to L is basically for the left. You can write anything A, B, C, D or whatever you want. And the physics, this is for just for easy understanding. The second reference in a statement is for the physics data set. So when you are merging, this is the common variables, and when I'm merging these two data set, data physics and data maths, sorry, the data math and data physics, and I'm giving reference here. In is equal to left, that means math data is left data, and physics in is equal to right, that means physics data is right data. And I'm again using the by statement here by ID. And suppose if I'm writing if L and R, that means if present in both L and R, so that means common variables. So when you will run this program, you will see only the common variables will be appear in the output. So this is inner merge, we call it an inner merge. So you can see that first three records are present in both, and that's what is coming in when you are doing inner merge. And if you wanted to do left merge means you are taking all the records from the maths data and only the matching records from the physics one. So that is called the left merge. So let's run the left merge and see how it looks like. So you can see, so the left merge all the values and records from the maths one is appear, and whatever the matching from the physics will appear, and whatever is not, whatever the by variables is not present in the first data, that will be eliminated here. So that's why you don't see S1006 in the final combined data. So this is left merge, and the right merge is again, you know, whatever the records are in the second data set, that is physics here, will appear, and whatever matching from the first one will join there, and you will see the right join how it looks like. So again, you can see all the records from the second data set will appear, and whatever the matching from the first will appear. So this is right join. And the full join, you can, as I explain you, if you are writing like this, or uh, I'm giving reference here in left and right, but that is not needed, if you are not providing if a statement here. So if your statement is not there, or you can just keep it simple for easy understanding. So this is full join, as I explained you earlier also. So full join, when you are combining the whole data set, like whatever the record in from the data 1 will also be combining, and whatever the record from the data 2 will also be combining here. So this is full join. So this is an example of one-to-one actually. So there are some other ways of merging. For example, one-to-many. So in one-to-many, whatever the values, common variables values in data set 1 is present once in first data, and there is a possibility that it will present more than once in second data set. So that's why it's called one-to-many. So it's present one time in first data, but there's a possibility it can be present in many times in a second data set. And for example, so let's understand using the right example here. So we have two different data set here, gender data and subject data, and I will show you that how this data looks like, and when you will do merge, what will happen. So you can see there are two variables here in first data set and three variables in second data set. So as I told you, this is one to many. So the values present in first data set is only once. For this values is only once present in the first data set, but in the second data set these values are present twice actually. The same way the second value here is present once in this first data set, but present in twice here. So it may be possible that more than two or many can be present in the second data set, but it should be present once in first data set. And the merging is the same way. You have to sort your data based on the common variables or by variables, which is ID here, and that's why you have to sort your data by ID. And when you are doing merging and when you are writing merge statement, you have to write by statement also and provide the by variable's name, which is ID here. And this is how the programs looks like. So this is the full join. As I told you, you have to write the data set that you are generating, you have to write the merge statement, and again you have to write the first data set name and second data set name. You can give the reference here for the first data set name with in statements, and you can write L and you can write R for the write for easy understanding, and you have to write the by statement and provide the name of the by variables, and you have to run finish with the run statement. So this will give you the full join. And again, when the left join you are doing, you have to write the if statement here, if L, that means if you are referring for the first data set, that means all the records from the first data set will appear, and whatever matching from the second data set will be you know included only, and whatever is not matching will not included. The same way the right join, so whenever you are using right join, whatever the values or records from the second data set all will appear, and only the matching from the first data set will combined, and other will be excluded. So this is how one to many merge will work. And the third and final type of merging is many to many merge. which is one of the very complex merging. And in that case, there are possibilities that values in dataset 1 can be more than one time, more than once is possible in first data set, and also the same variables, same bivariables can be present more than once in second data sets. So this is all possible, and that's why it's called many to many merge. So that can be easily understand can be easily understand when you will look this data set. So these are the two different data set I'm showing here, and you will see that these bivariables or common variables are present more than once. So you can see that here common variables is id in first data set, and also in the second data set these are the variables. Those are specific to data set 1, and these are the specific to the data set 2. So when you combine, you have to sort first your data with id variables, or and you can see these values are present more than once in first data set, and this is also present more than once in second data sets. And but this merging is also the same way. When you are doing full join, you have to only write the by statement. You don't have to really give the if statement here, because you are merging all the values from both the data sets. But if you are using left join and right join, you have to write if statement, and you have to refer the data. If you are doing left join, you have to refer to the first data set, and if you are doing right join, you have to refer through the if statement to the right data set. And if you are interested in combining the common values from both the data set, you have to write if L and R basically for the inner join. So this is how it works actually. So I'm just going to run this one just to show you that how the inner join. So this is the final combined data set. So in the first, these are the common variables, ID variables, and these are the values that those are actually merged, or all together. And these IDs are basically common in both the data set, and this is very important. And I hope you like my video, and please let me know if you have any questions, or if you have any comments, and please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much for watching.